Hi everyone, so it's the 4th of June 2019, 3 days on from the Tenant Fees Act, Tenant Fees Bill, which came into effect 1st of June 2019. Wanted to do a video just to share with you all what that effectively means. So from the 1st of June 2019, landlords and agents are no longer able to charge any tenant fees whatsoever. We're no longer able to charge administration fees or referencing fees. Or renewals. We can't charge for renewing tenancies. You're not able to charge for doing an inventory, charge a tenant for that matter. Unable to charge tenants for doing checkouts as well. So any fees that have been strictly prohibited, failure to comply with which can land landlords and agents with fines of up to £5,000 for a first offence, and for repeat offences within 5 years can land up to criminal sanctions effectively. There are certain exclusions in terms of what landlords and agents can charge, now referred to as permitted payments. So landlords and agents can charge rent, which is definitely a good thing. Glad we can still charge that. Rent and deposit. Deposit is, I will say, deposits are capped at 5 weeks rent if the deposit is, if the annual rent is lower than 50,000 per annum. If the annual rent exceeds 50k per annum, agents and landlords can charge 6 weeks deposit. On top of that, agents and landlords can charge for changes to a tenancy agreement. So adding a pet clause into the tenancy agreement, or for instance, adding a new tenant a tenant addition to the property, for instance. So changing to the tenancy agreement, but that's capped at £50 including VAT. Agents and landlords can also charge for rental arrears, for late payment of rent. Now that's capped at 3% above the Bank of England base rate. Again, there are certain caveats to how that can be charged. In terms of the other points of the legislation, one point is what you can take, or landlords and agents can take from a tenant or an applicant prior to an application going forward. So you're only allowed to take 1 week's holding deposit, which must be utilised against either the rent or the deposit, and be returned to the tenant accordingly. Again, there are certain caveats involved as well. What I will do is I'll post a link in the comments below, which should hopefully clarify matters. And if anyone's got any queries in this, by all means feel free to give me a call. Happy to help. The other point was, just in the same day, the government have had to announce make an amendment to the How to Rent Guide, which is a document that needs to be served to tenants prior to their occupation of a property, for them to legally be able to, landlords and agents to legally be able to serve notice on their tenant at the end of a tenancy. And also there's been a change to the Section 21 Form 6A notice as well. I'll also post the links to those documents as well in the comments below. Obviously, these documents are valid will be valid as at the 4th of June 2019. But there may be later revisions in the future. But as at the 4th of June 2019, these will be the documents you may want to refer to. I hope this helps. If there's a bit more to it in terms of the Tenant Fees Act, so if you've got any queries or any concerns, please feel free to give me a call. Happy to help. My number is 07775 828 759, or you can call me on the office line, which is 01904 622 744. Thanks now, and all the best. Take care. Bye.